The desert winds roared like restless spirits as Arjun walked alone across the barren expanse, his heart trembling with a heaviness he could no longer hide. The sky above him burned in orange and crimson, clouds swirling like ancient memories refusing to fade. His armor clinked with every step, yet he felt no strength within it. He felt hollow, fragile, lost. Why does my own mind fight me like an enemy? He whispered, almost choking on the words. He paused, pressing a palm to his forehead as though trying to hold back the storm rising inside him. All around him, the vast land spread like a mirror of his inner turmoil, torn, empty, waiting. A faint sound of footsteps echoed behind him. Arjun turned sharply. Krishna stood there, calm as the evening sky, robes stirring in the wind, eyes shimmering with a light that seemed to see through everything, even the fears Arjun hid from himself. "Arjun," Krishna said softly, yet his voice carried across the desert like a divine command. A warrior can face 1,000 foes without fear, but the battle within his own mind, that is where he trembles the most. Arjun lowered his gaze, ashamed. "I try, Krishna, I truly do, but my own thoughts resist me. My doubts rise again and again. I feel trapped by my own weaknesses." Krishna stepped closer. "If you wish to transform yourself, you must learn to lift your own mind. For the mind is both your ally and your enemy. When mastered, it becomes your greatest friend. When uncontrolled, it defeats you long before the world does." Arjun clenched his fists, anger flaring inside him. "But how? How do I lift myself when I feel like I am sinking every single day?" Krishna smiled gently. "That is what you must discover. And your journey begins now." Arjun felt a shiver run through him, as if the desert wind suddenly whispered secrets only his soul could hear. Krishna extended a hand. "Come, let me show you the path that only the brave dare to walk. The path inward." Arjun hesitated, then placed his shaking hand in Krishna's steady one. In that instant, everything changed. The desert dissolved into a whirl of light. Arjun gasped as he found himself standing inside a realm that felt both unreal and deeply familiar. A landscape filled with reflections of his memories, likes, dislikes, victories, wounds, fears, everything that had ever shaped him. "This is your inner world," Krishna said, "and it is time to reclaim it." Arjun swallowed hard. His heart raced. He felt exposed, vulnerable, yet strangely ready. A storm began forming on the horizon, gathering inside the skies of his mind. Krishna glanced up. "Your inner enemy approaches. Face it." Arjun's breath caught in his throat. Out of the swirling storm, a shadow emerged, a towering figure shaped like Arjun himself, but twisted, enraged, dripping with doubt and darkness. His own voice, warped and monstrous, echoed across the realm. "You cannot lift yourself, Arjun. You are weak. You will always remain broken." Arjun stumbled back, horrified. That thing is me?" Krishna nodded. "Your ungoverned mind. The voice that drags you down. The force that tells you lies until you believe them." Arjun felt anger, fear, shame rising all at once. "How do I defeat it?" "You don't defeat it," Krishna said quietly. "You transform. For transformation isn't a battle. It is a choice." The shadow charged forward, roaring. Arjun braced himself, trembling, yet he didn't run. And thus began the greatest battle he had ever fought, the battle to lift his own mind. The dark double rushed at Arjun with terrifying force, the ground trembling beneath its thunderous steps. Arjun lifted his bow instinctively, but his hands shook so violently that he could barely hold it steady. The creature swung a fist the size of a boulder. Arjun dove aside, rolling across the ground. Sand and shards of memory scraped his skin. He gasped as he staggered up, heart pounding like war drums inside his chest. "Stand!" Krishna's voice echoed across the inner world. "If you fall here, you will fall everywhere." Arjun gritted his teeth. "I'm trying." The shadow roared again. You are nothing. Arjun flinched, the words hitting him harder than any physical blow. He felt old insecurities rising, memories of failures, mistakes, betrayals, regrets all swirling around him like a torrent of ghosts. You see, the shadow hissed. You cling to your weaknesses. You drown in your doubts. You can't even escape your own mind. Arjun closed his eyes, breath unsteady. Krishna stepped beside him, calm amid chaos. Arjun, listen to me. Your lower mind thrives on fear. Your higher mind thrives on clarity. Which one will you choose? Arjun opened his eyes slowly, fighting the panic clawing at him. But how do I find clarity when everything inside me is screaming? One breath, Krishna said gently. That is all it takes to begin transformation. Arjun inhaled deeply. The vines in his inner world slowed slightly. Another breath. The storm dimmed. Another. The shadow hesitated, confused. Arjun's heartbeat steadied. Not fully, but enough. Good, Krishna said. You have lifted yourself for a moment. Do it again. Arjun took another breath, stronger this time. Something shifted inside him. The shadow roared in defiance, rushing forward again. Arjun stepped to meet it, bow drawn, eyes fierce with a spark he did not have moments ago. He fired. The arrow struck the shadow's chest, making it stagger but not fall. Arjun stepped forward, breath deep, voice steady. I am not your prisoner. The shadow screamed in rage. You are weak. Arjun inhaled deeply. No. He exhaled slowly. I am becoming stronger. Krishna smiled. Transformation begins when you stop believing the voice that tries to break you. The shadow lunged again, but Arjun moved differently this time, with intention, not panic. He dodged, countered, breathed. Every steady breath weakened the creature. Every conscious step lifted him a little more above his fear. Yet the shadow was relentless. You cannot win, it roared, slamming Arjun to the ground. Pain shot through his body. He gasped, nearly defeated. But Krishna's voice cut through the agony. Arjun, remember, the mind that controls you is your enemy. The mind you control becomes your friend. Which one will you choose to be? Arjun clenched his jaw, pushing against the heavy weight of doubt pinning him down. With a roar of his own, he shoved the shadow away and stood up, eyes blazing with determination. I choose to transform, he said. The shadow froze. Arjun drew back his bow one final time, breath steady, heart fierce. He fired. The arrow pierced through the shadow's forehead. A howl of bitterness echoed across the skies, then silence. The dark double shattered into fragments of fading smoke. Arjun staggered, exhausted but unbroken. Krishna approached, placing a gentle hand on his shoulder. You have lifted yourself today, Arjun. And though the battle will return in many forms, so will your strength. Arjun nodded slowly, breathing deeply, feeling something new awaken inside him. Something steady, something bright. Hope. The battlefield of Arjun's mind transformed before his eyes. The storm clouds clearing as sunlight spilled across the inner world. Rivers flowing with clarity carved new paths. Mountains of strength rose in the distance. The realm felt different, lighter, purer, as though the very air had been cleansed. Arjun watched it all unfold, warming his chest. Is this me? Yes, Krishna answered. This is the beginning of your uplifted self. But transformation is not a single victory. It is an ongoing journey. Arjun exhaled slowly, absorbing the words. A gentle breeze carried the scent of blooming lotus flowers. It was peaceful, beautiful. Yet Arjun couldn't forget the intensity of his own inner shadow. Will it return? Krishna nodded. As long as the mind exists, its lower impulses will try to drag you down. But now you know how to rise. Arjun gazed across the serene landscape. Then teach me, Krishna, teach me how to always choose the higher self. Krishna gestured toward a crystalline lake shimmering with reflections of the sky. Come, They walked to the lake's edge. Arjun gazed into the water and saw his reflection, weary yet determined. Krishna touched the surface lightly. Ripples spread outward, and Arjun's reflection shifted into a series of visions. In one, he saw himself succumbing again to anger. In another, he saw himself drowning in shame. In another, he saw himself surrendering to laziness, losing the fire of discipline. Arjun's eyes widened. These are possible futures? Krishna nodded. Your mind can lift you to the heights of self-realization or drag you down into weakness and sorrow. You must learn to be the master, not the servant. Arjun swallowed hard. But how? Through practice, Krishna said, and through awareness, moment by moment. The water rippled again, forming a different vision. One where Arjun stood tall, calm, radiant, unshakable. A sage established in yoga. Arjun felt his breath catch. Is that truly me? It can be, Krishna said, if you choose it every day. Arjun stared at the vision, a version of himself beyond doubt, beyond fear, beyond the storms of inner conflict. A version he had never imagined possible. This path demands effort, Krishna continued. Not force, not anger, not frustration, but steady effort. The effort to hold your own mind with compassion, discipline, and courage. Arjun nodded slowly. The breeze cooled his skin, carrying a sense of purpose. Krishna walked toward a stone pavilion that rose from the ground, as if summoned by intention alone. Inside, pillars glowed with inscriptions, teachings carved in light. Here, Krishna said, is where you learn the tools of transformation. Arjun stepped inside, feeling warmth radiate through him. A voice whispered from the carvings, gentle yet firm. Lift yourself by yourself. Arjun felt those words pierce him more deeply than any arrow. Krishna watched him carefully. Do you understand? Arjun shook his head. Not fully. Krishna smiled. Then let us begin with the first truth. No one can transform you except you. I may guide you, but you must walk the path. Arjun placed his hand on his chest. Then I will walk it. The pavilion glowed brighter. Krishna raised his palm. The journey continues. And suddenly, the inner world began shifting again, preparing to challenge him in new ways. Arjun found himself standing at the base of an immense mountain, so tall its peak vanished into the clouds. A soft blue light pulsed through the stone, as though the mountain itself were alive. What is this place? Arjun whispered. Krishna stood beside him. This is the mountain of self-discipline, the path only those who seek transformation can climb. Each step you take represents your victory over a weakness. Each height you reach represents the strength of your higher mind. Arjun stared up, intimidated. It's huge. Krishna nodded. So is the mind when you do not understand it. Arjun inhaled deeply. Then I will climb. He placed one foot on the first ledge, and instantly a memory struck him. He saw himself procrastinating, delaying the tasks he knew were important. He felt the heaviness of laziness grip his heart. The ledge shook. Arjun gritted his teeth. Not again. He pushed forward, the ledge stabilizing. Krishna's voice echoed, calm but commanding. Discipline is a battle fought one step at a time. Do not underestimate small victories. Arjun climbed higher. Another memory flooded him. Anger, rising like wildfire inside him during a heated moment. He saw himself shouting, hurting others, losing control. The mountain trembled violently. Arjun grabbed onto a rock, struggling to stay balanced. I don't want to be that person again. Then breathe, Krishna said, his voice softening. Respond, don't react. Arjun inhaled deeply. The trembling stopped. Another step. A flood of shame hit him. Mistakes from the past. Harsh words he wished he could take back. Failures he replayed over and over. He froze, unable to move. I can't. Arjun whispered. This pain, it's too heavy. Krishna appeared beside him. Shame weakens only those who cling to it. Release it, Arjun. The past cannot be climbed with you holding on to every stone. Arjun closed his eyes. I forgive myself, he said quietly. The mountain glowed gently in response. Arjun continued to climb, step by step, breath by breath, weakness by weakness, struggle by struggle. Hours seemed to pass. His muscles ached, his heart pounded, sweat ran down his face. But still he climbed. Near the peak, a cold wind struck him, sharp, bitter, merciless. Krishna appeared again. The final challenge, the mind's deepest illusion. A whisper echoed through the wind. You are alone. Arjun froze. The voice grew louder. No one understands you. Louder still. No one cares. Arjun's chest tightened painfully. He had felt this ache before, in nights of solitude, in moments where even victory felt empty. He sunk to his knees. Maybe this is true. Krishna knelt beside him. Arjun, look at me. Arjun lifted his tear-filled eyes. You are never alone, Krishna said, voice filled with infinite compassion. Your higher self is always with you. I am always with you. The universe does not abandon those who seek truth. Arjun breathed shakily, letting the warmth of Krishna's words dissolve the cold around him. He stood again. One final step, and then he reached the peak. A brilliant light burst across the inner world, illuminating every path below. Arjun stood tall, breath steady, heart blazing with newfound strength. Krishna appeared beside him, smiling. You have climbed what many never dare to face, the mountain within. Arjun exhaled slowly. I feel different. You are different, Krishna said. And you are ready for the final lessons. Light rippled across the sky, and the mountain top transformed beneath Arjun's feet. The stone shifted into a marble platform, encircled by floating orbs of memory and intention. Each orb pulsed with a soft glow, some golden, some dark, some flickering between the two. What are these? Arjun asked. Krishna extended his hand. These are your thoughts. Every moment, every emotion, every intention you create. Arjun stepped closer. One orb turned dark, vibrating with anger. Another flickered with doubt. A third glowed with compassion. A fourth radiated courage. Your mind, Krishna said, is a field of seeds. What you nourish grows. Arjun stared at the orbs, mesmerized. So how do I choose the right ones? Krishna smiled. With awareness. Arjun reached out and touched an orb filled with self-doubt. Instantly, he felt it surge into his chest. Heavy, suffocating, overwhelming. His shoulders slumped, his breath shortened. The orb grew darker. Arjun staggered. It feeds on me. Yes, Krishna said. Unawareness feeds the lower mind. Arjun pushed the orb away, gasping for air. He reached for a golden orb, the one glowing with discipline. As it touched him, warmth spread through his being, steady and empowering. His breath deepened. His posture straightened. The orb glowed brighter. Arjun exhaled. So the thoughts I choose shape me? Krishna nodded. Every choice creates who you become. Arjun walked among the floating orbs, touching them gently, each one revealing a different part of his inner world. Some lifted him, some drained him, some confused him, some enlightened him. He realized that transformation wasn't a single battle, nor a mountain climbed once. It was a daily practice, a conscious choice, a moment-to-moment awareness. He turned to Krishna. What about the dark thoughts? Should I destroy them? No, Krishna said firmly. Shadows exist, so you may learn from them. Rejecting them creates conflict. Acknowledging them creates understanding. Arjun gazed at the dark orbs again. So, I shouldn't fear them. No, Krishna said. Fear strengthens them. Awareness transforms them. Arjun stepped toward a massive orb filled with his deepest insecurity, fear of failure. It pulsed violently as he touched it, threatening to consume him. Arjun trembled, but didn't step back. With slow, steady breaths, he held his hand on the orb. The darkness thinned. The orb softened. A golden glow began to emerge beneath the shadow. Arjun smiled through tears. I didn't know I could do this. You can, Krishna said, because you have chosen mastery. The platform brightened. The orbs settled. Krishna placed a hand on Arjun's shoulder. Now you understand the mind's nature and the way to transform yourself from within. Arjun nodded, feeling clarity like never before. But Krishna's gaze deepened. One final step remains. Arjun's pulse quickened. What is it? To see your true self. The world around Arjun dissolved into pure, radiant light. He felt weightless, suspended in a vast expanse with no sky, no ground, no horizon, only an infinite glow that pulsed like the heartbeat of the cosmos. Krishna stood before him, shimmering with divine brilliance. Arjun felt a chill run through him. Where are we? Inside the essence of your being, Krishna said. This is the place beyond thought, beyond memory, beyond judgment. Here, only truth exists. Arjun swallowed. What truth? That you are neither the shadow nor the suffering, neither the doubt nor the fear, neither the victories nor the failures. Krishna stepped closer, voice becoming almost a whisper. You are the witness, the eternal presence, the force that chooses. Arjun trembled. But I don't feel that powerful. Krishna laughed softly. Power does not shout. It simply is. A mirror formed from light, rising in front of Arjun. Look. Arjun hesitated, but slowly he stepped forward. When he gazed into the mirror, he didn't see the warrior covered in dust and wounds. He didn't see the frightened man battling his shadow. He didn't see the exhausted climber or the broken soul. He saw radiance, a being of calm fire, a consciousness untouched by suffering, a presence both fierce and gentle, a light that felt older than time. Arjun gasped. This is me? Krishna nodded. Your highest self. The friend you have been seeking. The one who lifts you when you fall. Tears filled Arjun's eyes, not of pain, but of recognition. This is who I am. Always, Krishna said. Even when you forget. The mirror dissolved. The light expanded. Arjun felt something within him unlock. A clarity, a freedom, a peace so deep it silenced every voice of doubt. Krishna spoke one final time. A person who has mastered the mind uplifts themselves. They become their own greatest ally. Their mind becomes a friend that guides, protects, strengthens, and liberates. And if they fail to master it, Krishna continued, the mind becomes the enemy, deceiving, weakening, sabotaging. Arjun breathed deeply, fully, like inhaling the universe itself. Then I choose, he said softly but fiercely. I choose to be my own friend. The light pulsed, embracing him like a warm cosmic tide. Krishna smiled. And with that choice, Arjun, your transformation is complete. The light folded inward. The inner realm faded. And Arjun found himself back in the desert, the sky now calm, golden with dawn. His armor felt lighter. His breath felt steady. His heart felt unbreakable. Krishna stood beside him, eyes filled with pride. You have lifted yourself, Arjun. And now, the world awaits your transformed self. Arjun nodded, a steady blaze in his eyes. Let us walk, he said. And together, they stepped toward the rising sun, warrior and guide, student and teacher, soul and self, ready for all that came next. If you like our work, then do like, subscribe, and share the channel.